लास्ट वीडियो में हमने एडवांटेजेस के बारे में बात किया था, तो इस वीडियो में हम डिसएडवांटेज के बारे में बात करेंगे. So the first disadvantage I feel of being a cabin crew is that we do not have the same set of crew every time. In India, you still have the same set of crew usually, as in you work with people whom you know, but in international airlines, you hardly fly with the same set of crew. So sometimes, even if your mood is off, you need to be all jolly because the crew, they don't know you. To understand that like she works good, but today since her mood is not that well, that's why like she is in her own space. But every day you need to prove yourself because you are flying with different set of crew, so that becomes a little challenging because every day you need to prove yourself, which in a 9 to 5 job or any other work, it's not like that because you know your colleagues and they know your story. So it's not a problem if one day you are not up to the mark, so they understand you. But in aviation, especially in international airlines, it's not like that. You need to be up to the mark almost every day, not just the colleagues but even the passengers. You can't be like like your mood is off, so you go and treat them anyhow, no matter even if you've had a fight at home with your boyfriend or husband or family or friend. You need to come on board happy and jolly. You need to be presentable, and sometimes it works in your favor because you forget about that stuff and it can help you cope with the situation, and you become more happy in the flight because of your profession. But sometimes when you want your own space, you do not get that because you have to be all presentable and you have to be all good, so that sometimes is a disadvantage. I've spoken about this in the previous video because it acts as an advantage as well. It's the routine. You do not have a fixed routine, so some days you might get an early morning flight, sometimes you get a night flight, sometimes you might get a day flight. So of course they balance it out. You get enough rest before and after, but the routine is like all here and there. So sometimes you're happy about it and sometimes you're just like, why don't I have a normal routine? One of the most important disadvantages I feel is like you do not get leaves during the main festivals, that is Dussehra, Diwali or Christmas or your functions, because it depends upon the bidding system. So if you've bidded for the leaves during that time of the year, it depends whether you'll get the leaves or not. So it depends upon the seniority basis. Sometimes it depends upon first come first serve basis as well. So you do not, like, sometimes you need to miss birthdays of your family members. Sometimes most of the times, of course, you do not have weekends like other people. Sometimes you're flying on your own birthday. I've flown on my own birthday, so that also becomes like a disadvantage, and like you kind of get emotional about it. Most challenging part that we have in customer service industry, that like you need to work during main holidays as well. So in order to cope with that, it's better to bid for your leaves during that time and know what's the percentage of you getting that or not, and you can even request for days off and everything. So that is a challenging part. I will not call it a disadvantage, but it's one of the most challenging parts.